songs and conductors here, I'd like to welcome you to the first and last BVU concert band concert of the 2021 season. We are exceptionally happy to be here performing for you just because we haven't the rest of the year. It's a wonderful thing to be able to perform live, and it's an even more amazing thing to be able to see all these faces out here enjoying what we're doing up here. So you're going to see that I switched my role from conductor to percussion player here a second. And the reason that we do this is because we have a music education major here. And part of that music education major is learning to conduct. And in our department, we refuse to put mediocre conductors and mediocre teachers out into the real world. So one of the things that I require them to do is I require them to conduct a concert band. And conducting children is easy compared to conducting peers and professionals up on the stage. So our first student that we have for you today is Jaden Bauman. She is a sophomore music education major from Okoboji. She is a wonderful student, a wonderful conductor, and an even better person. So we hope that you enjoy her version of Pink Lemonade.
April 20th, 1999. On this day at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado, two teenage gunmen opened fire on students standing outside of the high school before moving inside to continue their rampage. Sadly, 13 students lost their lives that day. An American Elegy is a song written about the expression of hope. This work honors those that lost their lives that day. It also honors the survivors whose lives have been forever changed by this tragedy. This song is offered as a tribute to their great strength and courage in the face of a terrible tragedy. The BVU Concert Band hopes this work can also serve as a reminder of how fragile and precious life is and how intimately connected we all are as human beings, especially in a time where mass shootings have become all too common. Today you will hear from trumpet soloist Joseph Yarosevich and Rod Sheedenhelm.
music, but we're making her do this as well. So she's done a great job. This is Taylor. Taylor is a junior, correct? Yes, got it right. Junior education major, and she is an honor student. She is just kind of an all-around amazing girl. So here is Taylor conducting sea songs. like to thank you all for coming. I would like to encourage you all to stay. You are about to hear a piece by Jackson Smith here. He is a double music education major and music performance major. So one of his music performance checks is that he performs a piece, and he hates me for this, but he performs a piece with the concert band. So this is his piece. It's entitled Eye of the Storm. He is doing his junior recital in a half an hour after the last cutoff from our concert. So we're going to take some time to tear down, we're going to move the piano out, give Jackson a whole lot of rest time here for his mouth, and then we encourage you to stay for his junior recital. Before we start the last song, of course, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate the miles traveled. We appreciate, first and foremost, the continued support of your musician in a time that is a huge struggle for all musicians alike. So your support is absolutely vital, not only for your musician, but for your musicians' music programs as well. On stage, you see some of the finest instrumentalists in all of Iowa. We are lucky enough to have them here with us. These students have had one heck of a year. I can't even explain it, from marching band season where we couldn't perform to now being out here. The emotional ups and downs have been crazy for these kids, and they have undoubtedly made it through, and they've made it through with flying colors. As you heard, we are good at music here. And these kids have worked their tails off to get to this point. Also on stage with us, we have 8 professionals that are sitting on the stage, not because we stink, but because we needed to fill out a couple parts. So we have, you will notice in your program, they're either listed as Mr. or Ms., or they are listed as faculty or staff, or they're listed as where they come from, what school they teach at. So we owe them a great deal of gratitude for performing with us. Not only does it fill out our parts, but it gives these students here a chance to play with upper-level musicians, music education majors, music performance people that aren't music education majors get to perform. If they go to a school in a big city, they get to perform in the symphonies that are in those big cities. They get to perform in music ensembles that are in those big cities. In Storm Lake, Iowa, we don't have a symphony, we don't have an orchestra, we don't have performing ensembles that these kids get to go out and to perform for. So we bring those musicians to the stage to perform with them, and we are absolutely grateful to them. So if we could have those professionals or elders or faculty or staff please stand so we can give them a round of applause, that would be great. Talking a lot to give him a break. I usually don't talk this much at concerts. We also have 3 outstanding students that will not be here with us next year. 2 of them because they graduate. One outstanding horn player who has been my right-hand man for marching equipment, for anything I need. One face that I'm going to miss looking at to cue. One face I'm going to miss giving crap to, because we go back and forth all of the time, giving each other guff. Dalton is a senior who will be graduating in May. Amanda is a music education major who comes to us from OABCIG, is where she graduated from. She's been here with me the whole time I've been here, and she is a great girl. She is going to do us proud when she steps in front of any ensemble that she directs. She's played flute, she's played saxophone. Sadly for her, she's played all the instruments up here for her education classes. A girl that definitely is going to be missed on stage, Amanda. And we have one more leaving us, not for graduation, but to pursue other musical venues and endeavors. Ms. Jaden Bauman, who you saw direct earlier, will be transferring to another institution. She begins there in August. She has been an outstanding clarinet player, an outstanding music education major. She has led ensembles when I can't lead them, so has Jackson. They have done whatever asked of them, and you can tell she's a vital part of what we do in these ensembles. And next year will be blank without you here, Jaden. So, Jaden Bowman. Also, would like to thank Dixie and Wind and Jamie and anybody else, all the security guards back behind and up and around for guarding the doors and taking the tickets. I thank you for wearing your masks and for social distancing so you could be here with us. Without further ado, are you ready? Mr. Jackson Smith on alto sax, the BVU Wind Ensemble joining him. We hope you enjoy.